150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how... to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Wilkins. Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Fires to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Gonna run it. It's Brooks. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has 1 stop. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Miami. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? It's a draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. The sudden change on the turnover. Manny was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun. Player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going to run it across the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's John. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. got it behind the line. It's Johns. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Grab near the sticks. It's Johns. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Rush is on him. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fat.
Touchdown, Cade! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brooks. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Tempo and overdrive. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. He's got it on the right. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
UCLA, 3.
Coming out with it, it's Cherry. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Leaves it with the back. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make...
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. Great place to start for this offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Flips it out to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. Throwing right. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. UTEP was able to cap off a close one inside the Sun Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Traore. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30. He's got away.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has him set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Canes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
UCLA 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Flips it out on the screen. Nice move to keep running. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Bruins decide to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, UCLA.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Miami, 35, UCLA.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Ryan's his big tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got his man on the outside. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Turning it on! Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Canes line it up with a first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Bringing the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Cherry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front, it's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Bruins will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
At 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off, tackle up the middle, they run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Fires to the tight end, and that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Stevens. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game.
Wide open spaces at the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
UCLA, 13.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Find some fresh air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. It'll be a draw. Spins away from the defense. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Gets it to the back.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. At the 40, there he goes. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and